This is Aidan Lermont from SHC TV. Today I'm very lucky to be joined by the first time here by Kalle Sauerland here in Bolton at the Media Day. Kalle, how are you doing today?
Very well, my friend. Thank you very much.
That's good to hear. So, obviously we're here in Bolton for the Media Day for Baraou, Mcgowan. How did this fight sort of come about?
My friend, we looked at the calendar. We said, right, that is Scotland and that is Germany. And we need to get the same thing that night. Scotland, Germany, the opening of the Euros, we need a replica for boxing. And we obviously had Baraou, who's European champion, German, and Mr. Mcgowan representing Scotland. So it's sort of a given. The story after that writes itself, makes it easy for the promoter.
Definitely. So then obviously, we're back here next week where Lyndon Arthur will take on Liam Cameron. His first fight after the Bivol defeat. How did that sort of come about?
Look, Lyndon took some time off after the Bivol defeat. I say defeat, of course he lost, but he learnt a lot that night, and this will be his time. He wanted a strong opponent. We wanted a domestic opponent as well, just to create some buzz, and it certainly looks that way. It's gone down really well online, and I'm sure we'll have a great fight next Friday.
Definitely. So obviously, just the other day it was confirmed that KSI will be taking on two opponents in Dublin with Misfits. What's sort of next for Misfits over the summer?
We'll have an event, which I can't quite announce here exclusively, but we will have an event around August the 10th in the US. But I'll say more when I can, and I'm allowed to. But we'll have a very strong autumn as well. Lots and lots of fights coming up in the autumn for Misfits.
That's good to hear. So there was talk online about KSI potentially taking on Amir Khan as the fight instead. Was that sort of in the pipeline?
Not really. I mean, we looked at it. I don't think Amir was ready. I think for us it was when we thought about this storyline of 2v1, we thought fantastic, this is brilliant, and we sort of rolled with that.
Is that fight potentially one that would maybe happen down the line?
The Amir Khan one? Well, he didn't really want to do it now, so hopefully he does want to do it down the road, yeah. Hopefully, yeah.
Okay, and then one fighter, I wanted to ask you about, obviously being from Scotland, is Mcgregor. He was last out in May in the Doubletree by Hilton in Glasgow on a Kinnick show, Kinnick Boxing. Can you say anything about when he'll be back and will it potentially be in Edinburgh? You're correct, he was just out, and he's someone that we need to get very quickly back into the world mix. He's certainly world level, so I think something straight after the summer he'll be back out. We've got enough dates for him to pick and choose from, and looking forward to it because Lee's a great fighter. Definitely. And then one last one, obviously we were speaking about Misfits a minute ago. There's some talk on Twitter about KSI and Jake Paul potentially taking place sometime next year. Being honest, how likely do you think that fight is to potentially happen one day?
I think it will happen. I think they both want it enough. The weight is a bit of a worry because I saw Jake has really gone up, but I don't know how much of that is BS and how much is truth. As long as the weight's around the 185 mark, I think that fight does get done, and I think it gets done next year.
And then lastly, Kalle, sell this fight in one word.
One word. I've only got one word. Yeah.
I'll give you two.
I'm gonna go with Rocky, and I'm gonna go with Rocky because Mcgowan has a real Rocky storyline to him. He's a labourer by day, boxer by night. By the way, that doesn't mean he's a bad boxer because his record is fantastic. It's world level. So that is a storyline in itself. So it's got real Rocky story to it. So I'm going with Rocky.
Definitely, Kalle. Thank you very much for your time. We'll definitely do again sometime.